Hello everyone, welcome back to the weekly Forex analysis. Let's get going and start off with the DXY. And last week we were expecting DXY here to make a consolidation and then push back down, having the potential to take out this low. So our analysis was spot on. As you can see, the price moved 110 pips. It came close to taking out this low. And in the coming week, we expect here the momentum to continue towards the downside, because you can see the MACD here has a strong bearish momentum. So I'm expecting here a consolidation and then one more push down to take out this low and create a new lower low. Euro USD, we were expecting two bullish scenarios here. Our analysis was correct. It resulted in more than 100 pips towards the upside, and we were saying that if the price will come back down a bit lower here, then we would also be encouraged to take a trade towards the upside, because this level here, this fair value gap, could create a nice price reaction. So as you can see, the first scenario unfolded. It went towards the upside after this small consolidation. We didn't took the trade because we wanted to see this level reached first, and it didn't. So in either way, the direction was correct. 102 pips here on our side. And in the coming week, we expect here the price to make a consolidation, small correction, and then push the price back up, breaking out this top, creating a new higher high. There's also a possibility that the price could drop a bit deeper towards this core area here before pushing back up again. So both scenarios are bullish here. The uptrend is pretty strong, so we have to wait for a consolidation and then one more move towards the upside. For pound USD, we were expecting last week the price to correct here. As you can see, the arrow is from last week's analysis, and if you want to check out our previous analysis, head over in the link in the video description below. And like I was saying, we expected a pullback, then a continuation of the uptrend here. So as you can see, we hit this target. This was a liquidity level here highlighted, and then the price started to push back up. It resulted in 200 pips to our side. Now I'm expecting here the price to make a consolidation, possible a deeper one, before pushing back up. There's also another scenario in which the price can make a small consolidation, push back up before dropping into a deeper pullback and then resuming the uptrend. So keep in mind these two scenarios for pound USD as well. Dollar yen, last week we were expecting two scenarios. First one was bullish, and I was saying that if the price reaches the trend line and gives you a bullish reaction, then this most likely will continue towards the upside and create a new higher high here, as you can see. And the second one was that if we get a trend line breakout followed by consolidation, then most likely the price will drop to create a bigger degree correction. So the price made a consolidation here above the trend line, then it spiked down with the CPI news. It moved more than 400 pips, 430 pips towards the downside, but it didn't give us this correction here underneath the trend line. So this wasn't a valid setup for us, and now we expect here the price to make a consolidation. It's pretty important to watch the price action right now, because this could make something small here and then drop before engaging into a deeper pullback. So this is what I'm expecting for dollar yen in the coming week. So wait for the price to drop one more time, possibly reaching this level here, and then wait for it to start a deeper pullback. And then if we get a reaction towards the downside, then this is another leg down that we might have on our side. Don't forget that this is a bigger degree correction on the bigger picture, so the price has a lot of potential to go down from here, but first we need to wait for a consolidation before another drop. Okay, so don't jump in any trades without any confirmation here. Let the price drop, wait for a pullback, and then if you get a reaction towards the downside, then most likely the price will continue to go down. Australian dollar versus the US dollar, this was another correct forecast. So as you can see, we're expecting this consolidation, one more move up, new higher high. It unfolded, the price moved 77 pips towards the upside. Now what I'm expecting here is another consolidation and another push up to take out this top again. There's also a possibility that the price might drop in a worst case scenario towards the trend line before resuming the uptrend, but in either case, both scenarios are bullish for Australian dollar. New Zealand USD, we were expecting last week a small consolidation and then a push back up towards this level here, this order block. But as you can see, the price decided to push back down deeper, hit this order block, reacted here, and then the price started to push back up. So in the coming week, I'm expecting here the price to make a consolidation and then push one more time towards the upside. We have this target here, we have to take out this top and potentially this order block level highlighted here. So keep an eye out on this area. If you get here a small flag, then most likely the price will push back up and take out this top at least. USDCAD, we're expecting here a consolidation and then one more push down to take out this low, create a new lower low. We tagged the previous bigger degree low, as you can see here on the chart. The price slightly tagged it and then it pushed back up, so our analysis was correct. And in the coming week, we expect here the price to finish this messy pattern and then push back down one more time. We might get a crossover on the MACD, which would be good for us. And then if we get a bearish reaction, then there's a good chance that the price will drop breaking this low again and creating a new lower low. USD Swiss franc, last week we expected a consolidation here, a drop towards this level. So as you can see, our analysis unfolded. I also said that if the price gives you a bullish reaction from this level here, then most likely the price will continue to push back up. But as you can see, we didn't get any reaction here, just a few positive candles followed by another pullback. So the structure is messy right now. What I'm expecting in the coming week, consolidation, one more drop. This consolidation could be a bit bigger like this, or it could be something smaller and then push back down, take out this low, and also targeting this fair value gap level that we have highlighted here. Let me highlight this for you guys. So like I was saying, wait for this consolidation to finish and then one more push towards the downside. For pound yen, last week we were expecting two bullish scenarios, and as you can see, the first one unfolded here. We're expecting the price to make a move towards the upside without giving us any setup. We're expecting this messy move to continue. The price moved almost 300 pips, and the second one was a breakout from the trend line as a pullback, creating a bear trap and then continuation towards the upside. So the first scenario unfolded here, and as things stand, as you can see, we have here this trend line that got broken, and now the price is correcting underneath. And if this here decides to give us a bearish reaction at some point after a few more candles in the future, then this has the potential to drop one more time and reach this trend line here that we have highlighted below. This is a bigger degree trend line, as you can see. But for that, like I was saying, you have to wait here for the price to finish this consolidation and wait for a reaction towards the downside. Gold, this was a perfect trade for us as well. The price was expected to pull back and then push back up, reaching this fair value gap level, as I said in the previous analysis. So as you can see, the analysis unfolded almost 600 pips towards the upside. So now we have another level here that we hit, which is this order block, and I'm expecting the price to make a consolidation and continue the momentum towards the upside. Be careful because this consolidation could be a bit messy. It can have two scenarios here. Either you will get something small and then continuation towards the upside, or the price will make a sharp drop, collecting all the buy orders from these levels here before pushing back up. So take into consideration these two scenarios. Both of them are bullish, but you have to be a bit patient and wait for your reaction and your setup. For silver, this one again was a perfect trade setup. We expected this consolidation, as you can see by this arrow on the screen, then a move towards the upside, breaking this top. And I was also highlighting the potential to break the bigger top here, creating a bigger degree higher high. But as you can see, the price only made a local higher high here and then started to push back down. And by the looks of it, this is also a pullback. It's targeting some orders here from this core zone that we had this previous correction. The price pulled back towards this level. This is a flip pattern, and let's wait in the coming week for this one to finish here, because it could drop one more time. We have here some liquidity left behind before pushing back up, or it could slowly start to resume the bullish momentum and take out this top and continue its way up towards the 32.5 level. Okay, for US oil, we expected last week the price create a pullback towards this level here that we highlighted on the screen and then resume the uptrend to create a new higher high. And as you can see, the price respected our analysis. We came back down, we moved almost 300 pips, and then the price reacted again almost 300 pips towards the upside. And now, as you can see, the price is pulling back. We have two scenarios here. This has the potential to take out this low as well and come back a bit deeper towards this liquidity level, giving us a bullish reaction and creating a new higher high eventually, or it could start pushing back up from here in a slow and messy manner to take out this top. So both scenarios are bullish. Only thing is that the first one could make a deeper pullback before resuming the uptrend, and the second one is the messy consolidation followed by a spike up. So don't forget about this level as well. We have to keep a close eye on this area because there's nothing certain at the moment. So wait for these two possibilities to unfold. Watch this level as well and don't jump in any trades without any setup. Natural gas, we were expecting last week a consolidation towards the trend line here. Unfortunately, we didn't got that. So same scenario, as long as we don't get any pullbacks here, it's not a good option to trade it. So let the price finish what it is doing here. It could continue to make lower lows, but at some point it has to pull back. I don't advise you guys to trade natural gas this week. The chart is very messy, so anything can happen. And as long as we don't get a spike up or a correction towards this trend line, we will stay away from it. S&P, last week we were expecting the price to make a pullback towards this trend line and then push back up, creating a new higher high. the price instead continued to push back up without giving us any setups. So in the coming week, same scenario. I won't trade S&P until we get a clear setup. We have to have some patience here because without a pullback, we don't go into any trades. It's very important because this up wave here has to correct, has to pull back at some point aggressively or not, but it has to retrace towards a deeper level for the uptrend to be valid on a bigger time frame. So wait for this consolidation and then one more push towards the upside. If it gets deeper than that, if it breaks the trend line and consolidates below, then it has the potential to drop again, and also neglect the fact that the price could continue to push back up from here. So again, stay away from S&P, nothing is certain, wait for a pullback and then a bullish reaction. NASDAQ, we were expecting last week a pullback towards this level and then one more push up to take out this top again, creating a new higher high. The analysis was 50% correct. The direction was 100% correct because in the grand scheme of things, we were expecting the bullish momentum to continue, but we wanted to see, similar to the S&P, a pullback so we can get some nice buy setup. So in the last part of the week, the price dropped here and now it's making a small messy pattern, which could go both ways, either towards the upside to take out this top, either drop one more time and then push back up again to create a new higher high. But very important here to wait for this correction to unfold. If you don't get another drop, I won't advise you guys to buy it because it could become pretty messy inside this range. So wait for another drop and then wait for your bullish reaction towards the upside. If not, let it go and break the top one more time. As long as you don't have a setup, you don't trade. Bitcoin, last week we were expecting the price to enter a consolidation phase, and as you can see from these arrows here on the screen, the price is respecting our analysis. And now we have to wait a bit more because there's no clear setup at the moment. The price could go both ways. So we're starting to create here a range inside the rectangle. So instead of waiting for a setup to occur here, let it run a bit more because it could go towards the downside and then push back up. It could also drop from here, push back up. So no need for us to engage into any stupid trades as long as we don't have any setup. So Bitcoin, for me, in the coming week, it will be a messy chart. I won't advise you guys to trade it and focus on something else. Similar to Ethereum, we're expecting the consolidation to unfold after this big drop that we had, because like I was saying last week, every impulse has to correct at some point. And as you can see, the price is consolidating here, and now similar to Bitcoin, stay away from it because this could go both ways. It could go towards the upside, it could be creating a messy pattern here. So let it run a bit more, give you a few more candles, create possibly a pattern here, and then we'll take a look at it at the end of next week to see how the chart is performing. Okay, so with that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed our analysis. Don't forget to hit that like button and also subscribe to our channel. And if you have any other requests for any other instruments that you'd like us to cover, head over in the comment section below, leave us your pair and we'll add it to our watch list. Okay, so I wish all of you a happy trading week ahead. Don't forget to trade with care and see you on the next one.